The tale of Billy Hayes from out near Alice Springs. A wild young winger in his day who'd done some crazy things. He jumped bulls over fences, raced a colt up Ayers Rock, said his legs weren't built for droving or made for riding stock. A legend round the rodeos from Aylwyn to Broome, an untried horse at 6 a.m. was saddle broke by noon. No form of equine foolery Bill wasn't going to try. Only one thing ever spooked him. He was way too scared to fly. If I was meant to do it, I'd have feathers and a beak. You take the plane and in a day, I'll drive and wait a week. I'm told they're safe as houses and mechanically they're sound. I don't see no rope or bridle, so I'm sticking on the ground. But one day Bill got a phone call from his mate in Adelaide. See, he got his girl in trouble and the wedding cards were paid. Bill, I don't care how you do it, you can beg or steal or borrow. But mate, you gotta take the plane because the big day's on tomorrow. Well, Bill cursed and spat and said, that dopey bloody coot. He knows I'll jump on anything that's coming out of chute. I've caught stallions that'll kill you. I've caught bulls that go off their brain. I never thought there'd come a day when I'd have to catch a plane. He legged it to the airport. He thought, well, this is it. A lady at the counter said, where would you like to sit? He said, you know that black box thing they always seem to find? But you can stick me right inside it if you wouldn't bloody mind. The lady smiled politely and said, I'll just take your bag. He said, I don't bloody think so. And by the way, it's called a swag. Now, Bill was sweating buckets when they finally cleared the strip. See, he had his seatbelt on that tight. He started bleeding at the hip. But when they levelled out, he stopped shaking at the knees, took a look around, relaxed and thought, this flying game's a breeze. He clipped his belt undone, stretched out in his seat. Well, he couldn't stretch that far because his swag was at his feet. Then the captain crackled something. Bill asked the hostess what was said. Sir, you'd better buckle up. There's some turbulence ahead. Turbulence? What's that? Sir, it's pockets caused by heat. And when it gets severe, it can throw you from your seat. Ha! Throw me, I'll be buggered. He pushed his rock seat right back, wrapped his legs around his swag. He tucked his left hand through the strap. He jammed down his Akubra. He was ready now to ride, and things got pretty bumpy. And Billy yelled, outside! Now the plane, she dropped 1,000 feet, rose up 500 more. When his head near hit the ceiling, he gave a mighty roar. I rode all through the territory and never come unstuck. So give me all you got, big bird, and buck, you bastard buck. And while the passengers were screaming in fear of certain death, Billy whooped and hollered till he nearly ran out of breath. You would have sworn that key in the swag was well to his and before the ringer knew it, he backed up to business class. There seemed no way to tame this creature. He had 10 years in reverse. Didn't worry Billy, he just bucked on through the first. He done somersaults and twists on this mongrel mount from hell, and he yelled out to the pilot, "That's right, say, ring the bell!" Bill was bleeding from the bugle. He had cuts above both eyes. If you weren't there on the spot, you'd probably think I was telling lies. He'd done somersaults, he'd done flips and spins on this mongrel mount from hell. He'd been upside down, inside out, done twisted triple spins. You might have seen some great rides in your time, but hands down, Billy wins. When the flight returned to normal, Bill was flat out on the deck. Still stuck to his swag, but he looked a bloody wreck. He pulled himself together, stood up and raised his hat. He said, I've had some tough trips in my time, but never one like that. An 8-second ride in Alice proves you made of sturdy stuff. I was on there near a minute. I reckon that's enough. The first class folk were dumbstruck at this crazy ringer's feat, but Bill just grabbed a crown and sat down in his seat. Now years have passed and Bill looks long give the bucking game away. Too many breaks and dusty miles for far too little pay. Now planes are not a problem, in fact he'd rather fly than ride. But when you ask about his maiden voyage, his chest puffs out with pride. You can talk about your rocky neds and that old chainsaw bloke. I'd ride them both without a rope and roll a bloody smoke. There's cowboys round who think they're hot, but they ain't tasted heat till they've ridden time on turbulence at 30,000 feet. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen.